Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. The name's Noor and today I'll be attending a fun Q&A here. These questions could honestly be about anything, from my YouTube channel, murder drones, my hobbies, or even the most randomest questions. But before we head right on to the questions, I want to thank all of you for giving me such a fun year. Now, as most of you guys may or may not know, on January 9th my channel will turn a year old.
Yeah.
However, I'm not going to be here at January 9th. I'm going back to my boarding school, which will make things a bit complicated. I might not be posting videos for a very long time other than shorts or community posts. But if I'm able to finish a couple of videos today, I will set the release date to be weekly or once every 2 weeks if I can. I never in my life would have thought I would reach 1K subscribers, especially over a year. Yes, I know there are other YouTubers and other channels which had a huge upgrade for over 1 year, but I'm thankful for what I got, even if it means that YouTube brings up every reason to not give me money and suspending my account and my rights for my channel. But let's forget about all that and head right on to the questions. First question is from my pal Jumba Animation. He asks, what is my least liked or least watched episode of Murder Drones? Okay, great question, Nick. I would have to say episode 2 was my least favorite. I know. Most people hate episode 5 a whole lot, and there are pretty good reasons for it. But despite the fact I was heavily excited for episode 5, I was just new to this whole Eldritch monster situation. The switch up from the disassembly drones killing worker drones to a whole new fucking out of nowhere was a bit too much for me to handle. However, I love the animation upgrade, but it took a whole lot of theory videos for me to understand what was going on in episode 2. Second question is from Yaxter and has asked, what do you think is Murder Drone's biggest flaw? Same thing kind of for the first question, I guess. I really think it's about the pacing. I felt like the best paced episodes were the first, the third, and the sixth episode. It's the episodes where you clearly understand what's going on, and not in episode 5 where you're just like, hey, wasn't Sin at the gala? How the hell is she now suddenly at the basement? Truth be told, the comedy isn't that really big of an issue for me. But it can be annoying when it just cuts off the scary and suspenseful moments. Third question is from generic name and gamer tag, and he asks, what was your favorite video to make? Oh, these questions are awesome. Okay, so my favorite video that I made was the Uzi character analysis. And the weirdest thing about this video is that I did an analysis of my least favorite character, which I actually ended up loved learning about her. Believe it or not, but I enjoy making character analysis videos more than I do with making theory videos. Mainly because it allows us to understand a character in a very deep way. Character analysis helps me look outside the box. Fifth question is from Iso and another from Franz, which both have pretty much the same question, being what am I gonna do once Murder Drones is over? Am I gonna stick with Glitch or review other shows? Or am I gonna do something completely different? For the answer to your questions, I honestly don't know. When time comes, we'll see what happens. And I'm just sticking on what to post right now because of high school and how much work and exams I have for term 2. However, I will be sticking to Glitch and most likely be posting Digital Circus or the Gaslight District content. However, believe it or not, I'm also planning on reviewing films, one of them being Divergent. But despite all that, once Murder Drones truly ends, I will still be posting Murdrone content about my favorite characters and all sorts of videos. Hope this answers your question. Sixth question is from Slayer is Stinky, and he asked me what my favorite chips are. Okay, believe it or not, but I'm not really a chips person, but I guess I would choose the classic Lay's chips. But I'm more of a candy person, and whenever I go to Dollarama, I order these bad boys. Insert the Sour Straps picture! Seventh question is from Metal the Idiot 69, which is what is your least favorite movie of all time, including your least favorite show? And second question is best Transformers character. Ooh, okay. So I don't really know my least favorite movie because my memory is just ass and I forgot. But for my least favorite show, I would pick Hell of a Boss. Like, to be honest, I have such a 50-50 opinion on Hell of a Boss. I mean, you can't deny the fact that the animation for Hell of a Boss is amazing, but the constant scenes of the characters making out for no fucking reason, doing crude jokes about sexual assault, rape, and sexism are absolutely absurd. I can't understand how people actually enjoy it. It feels like the writer is trying to be funny, but is just messing up big time. Season 1 was okay, but season 2 was just not it. I also felt like some of the characters had pretty good development throughout the series, but the others just stayed the same. And I'm not meaning background characters and side characters, I mean the main characters, bro. Like, I'm sorry, this is just my opinion on Hell of a Boss. If you like it, okay, that's good for you. You like Hell of a Boss, you know your interests. But this is just my opinion, so don't come attacking me, okay? You also asked me for my favorite Transformers character, which that's tough because I love many of the characters, but I'll go with Optimus Prime as my top, and the rest would be Soundwave, Shockwave, Ironhide, and Sideswipe. Yup, I know. Sideswipe is underrated as hell, but I just love the little screen time he gets. He just makes it so amazing. And Optimus Prime, you can't deny the fact that he's the best. Like, his VA was amazing. Like, Peter Cullen, oh my god. I was actually kind of sad how I heard news that apparently Peter Cullen won't voice Optimus Prime throughout the new Transformers movie that's coming out in 2024. Correct me if I'm wrong. But oh my god, I really want him to voice Optimus because in general, he just voiced an amazing leader. Like, Optimus Prime is the best leader of all fiction. Like, I don't care what anyone says, this is my personal opinion, okay? I genuinely love Transformers, so thank you so much for asking this question. Eighth question is from my boy Yoshi. First question is, why did you start making Murder Drones content? Okay, so that's simple. I just love Murder Drones, and back when I first started, there weren't that much Murder Drone YouTubers as of now, and I really wanted to talk about the things I love without getting judged, because whenever I mentioned my interests to my friends, they just made fun of me. And two is, how do you usually get your ideas on your Murder Drone videos? Okay, so whenever there's a new Murder Drones teaser from Glitch, I just analyze them and try to figure out some new information. Three, would you do a stream on Murder Drones? Oh, okay, so right over there, I'm just gonna cut off. No, I'm not really a person who is planning on streaming. And nor do I like going live. Hell, I'm not even the type of person who's up for video calling unless if it's my grandparents. Don't ask me that. That's just like a little thing I'm used to. 4. Do you think a new kind of drone would appear? I mean, it is almost the end of the season, so I'm not really expecting new characters unless if they played a huge role in the past. 5. What kept you from making Murder Drones content? Because you had some trouble in the past, but you stayed. I don't know why you call this a bad question, because it has clearly so much details and love when written. So yeah, one of the reasons I continued was because of you guys and how much positive feedback I've gotten ever since I started this channel. When I realized there was people like me who had the same interests, that just motivated me so much on continuing. Also, since YouTube was my dream childhood job. Next question is from Alejandro. First one is, what is the most shocking scene from now before episode 7 and 8? Okay, this is gonna sound weird as hell, but I think the scene in episode 6 where Tessa shows the clip on the computer where Earth is destroyed. 2. Favorite Murder Drone OSTs. Okay, I love all the OSTs so much. My favorite ones were definitely the ones in episode 4, but in general, I love Solver Uzi, Falling for You, Camping.mp3, Magic School Bus, Crisscross Applesauce, The Human Gala, Plot 3, I'm Still Confused, Sentinel 000D, and 98.7. The Knife Dance is also really good as well, but I heard it too much. 3. What was your favorite Murder Drone meme? There's not really that much meme stuck in my mind, but Daily Dose of Memes made the best Murder Drone memes. And I definitely recommend you his channel and what memes he made. He also made a Transformers meme as well. For what's your point when people who watch Digital Circus help murder drones to slowly get recognized? Ooh, okay. So, I don't really know how to answer this question, but I'll try to give out an answer anyway. Murder Drones isn't like Digital Circus, animation wise and story wise. Murder Drones is just something that you just have to sit with to understand it. And if you enjoy it, great for you. You can try to show your friends Murder Drones, and if they're not interested, then maybe show to people who are 16 or above. Because I tend to see a lot of people who are either younger or older than me who are watching Murder Drones, and generally enjoy it way more than people my own age. I don't know why, but that's just from my point of view. But I know a boy, and he's in college, and when I showed him Murder Drones, he loved it, like, so much. Number 5. Since indie projects like FNAF, Poppy Playtime, Bendy, and Dead by Daylight are getting their own movies, what's your reaction if Liam Vickers decides to announce the production of a Murder Drones movie with the help of Glitch Productions, but also with big companies like Universal Pictures, Paramount Plus, Blumhouse, or Sony? Oh my god, I don't think y'all even need to ask that, bro. If that ever happens, I am dragging my ass to the cinema, and at home before it drops, I would be jumping up and down, screaming the living crap out of myself. Next, we have my Laura. And the question asked is, do you think Murder Drones will have a season 2? Okay, I've seen a lot of questions about that. By how it's looking, there's most likely going to have a season 2 because there's still so much mysteries that need to be solved. But if there's not going to be a season 2, then I'll pray to God that episode 7 and 8 will at least be 30 minutes long with good character development for Anne. We still have a lot of questions to go through, but the next one is from Lolix Plays. Number 1 is, are there any theories for Murder Drones episode 7 and 8? And if so, can you tell us? So believe it or not, but I actually did discuss my theories about Murder Drones episode 7 in my Uzi character analysis video, and it's basically about N being the killer of Uzi's mother, Nori, which I did discuss on my other videos, especially the old ones. But ever since the new trailer dropped for Murder Drones, I have gotten even more proof that this theory could be canon and is correct. So I'll do a quick summary on how Uzi finds out N is the killer of her mom and that Nori and Yeva are still alive. So it first starts off with N, Uzi, and Tessa falling down with the elevator, and they land in some dark and creepy hallway with a lot of bloody flesh, kind of like the ones we see in episode 5. Uzi's getting more possessed by the second, and everyone just wants to find the lab as fast as they can to find the cure for the absolute solver, before Uzi goes insane. Eventually, they find a cathedral, and Tessa splits up with the gang so she could find the list she was talking about in episode 6 and find some clues about Nori if she can. As Tessa keeps searching, she finds all the test subjects' room and supposedly stumbles upon Nori's room, which has crucial information about everything. As she enters, she sees all the proof that we ever needed. Like every single thing that solves like 89% of the questions we have throughout the Murder Drone theories and fandom that have been roaming around for a long time. Proof like how Nori wiped out biological life on Copper 9, and most of all, the proof on who killed Nori. Tessa tries to look for Uzi but can't seem to find her, and Uzi are just hanging around the cathedral and seem to find two huge doors that are shaking. They reveal two huge characters, Nori and Yeva, and after a while, everyone gets used to each other. Nori tells Uzi that people may not seem as nice as they always seem, and reveals that N killed her and proved it to Uzi with actual footage. Uzi goes mentally crazy and has a huge battle with N. N lost the battle, but he escaped, finding a quiet place for himself to earn the confidence he needs to get the character development he deserves, and shows no mercy and prepares himself for the next episode. Yes, I know, this was just a very undetailed summary, but that's what I kind of have. There's also another theory, which I will be answering for one of my other questions. Second question I kinda answered already, but I may be posting some short clips of my other favorite series, Invincible, but I will be mostly sticking to Digital Circus or the Gaslight District. Number three is kind of obvious for people who know me for a very long time, but for those who don't know me, my favorite Murder Drones character is N, but I also have a lot of other favorite characters too, one of them being Nori, Thad, Sin, Khan, Brayden, and even Sam. I also really enjoy Doll's presence throughout the series. Next question is from Keegan, and it says, Number one, is there any weakness to stop the absolute solver? Okay, yes, this was the theory I was actually talking about. Like 10 minutes ago or 5 minutes ago was it? I was planning to make a separate video about this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. This might sound really weird, but I feel like performing exorcism could work, which would explain why Uzi was holding a crucifix, meaning that she wanted to get the evil entity or spirit out of her. The fact that the drones believe in Jesus and Satan could make my theory canon. And there was this scene in episode 3, which was portrayed as a funny gag, but looking back, it might not be a funny joke, but actually something serious.
Easy, Robo-Satan, not this mirror.
The Absolute Solver isn't just a backup program that can repair drones, turning them into some sort of eldritch monster and give them supernatural powers. The Absolute Solver is satanic. This could also explain in episode 5, where we see Sin and Tessa in the room, and we see tons of pentagrams drawn in the walls and hieroglyphics. These hieroglyphics could be related to the Absolute Solver. Remember, in episode 4, Nori drew the flashback she got about the future, regarding about the disassembly drones, the Absolute Solver, the singularity, and how the black holes play a part of the singularity event. So it may be possible for a drone who's possessed by the Solver would write these hieroglyphics down, which could mean something satanic. This would also explain the pentagrams that are also written here. I have a picture in my gallery which proves that this theory may be canon. But besides that, let's go to the second question. Will Liam Vickers continue working on Internesian Cube, Let's Split Up, and Cliffside once he finishes the last 2 episodes of Murder Drones Season 1? Now, I'm not really sure about Cliffside, but the fact that Cliffside hasn't been picked up as a series is a literal crime against humanity. However, I do feel like Liam would continue to make more episodes of Internesian Cube. I don't really know if he's going to continue Let's Split Up or Cliffside, but I really hope he does, because believe it or not, I feel like Cliffside could have gotten better reviews than Murder Drones and in the storyline as well. Number 3, are you going to make a second channel about video games or indie games? As a kid, I wanted to have a YouTube channel related about video games, but now the answer is no, cause I don't know and I'm not really into video games as much as I used to be, but I still love them, but I would keep this as a hobby instead of a job. Next, we have V, who asks if I think Sin will come back in episode 7 or 8. And the answer to that question is yes, but in someone else's bodies. Da 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 da! So there's a question from just a multi-fandom girl, and she put some pretty good questions. Number 1, what is your favorite music album? Okay, so my favorite music album is Afterlife by Yeet. Yeah, I know, I like rap. Number 2 is my opinions on the Gaslight District. Okay, yeah, to be honest, it was an interesting teaser we got here at GlitchX. And if you searched on Google, you can get a ton of photos about the characters, and to be honest, it's not really my style, but the story seems interesting. And the end of the world type of stories are my favorite. Don't worry, I'll get used to style very quick. I just need time to understand the lore about this show, and then we're good. Number 3 is, which characters do I kin the most? Oh my god, I love this question because I love relatable characters. Truth be told, there are many relatable characters who I kin and find them really understandable. My first kin is Serial Designation N from Murder Drones. Second kin from Murder Drones is Sam. And I also have Miles from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, who's also really relatable as well. Cordy from Cliffside, and Mark Grayson from Invincible. Next question we have is from Bliss, and wow, to be fair, all of these questions are amazing. Number one is, what hobbies do I have? Okay, so I have a lot of hobbies, but my top two are playing the piano. Okay, so this is my piano, and I play every day. And drawing in both realism, stylized, and cartoony. Number two is what my favorite genres are for TV shows and movies. My favorite genres are action and adventure, plus mystery. I actually hate horror, and the fact that Liam Vickers made me enjoy Murder Drones is crazy but understandable, since it's full of action, mystery, and also with a lot of color. Number three, what's your favorite scene in Murder Drones? Okay, I love so many scenes throughout the Murder Drone series. I especially love the paused moments that I took pictures of. These are thumbnails, I know, but these are all Murder Drone backgrounds, and all of these moments are so beautiful. I especially love the backgrounds, and in episode 5, some of the paused moments were just so beautiful. Like, you can really see how much love they put towards the animation. Number four, how do you feel about the Murder Drones fandom? That's a really good question. To be honest, all fandoms have their good and bad sides. I don't really know if I have an opinion about it because I know that there are some people in the Murder Drones fandom who are disgustingly horrible. Like, their content is just not right. They sexualize robots. And to be honest, I hate to admit this, but I used to do this as well. Like, I used to see everything suspicious, like sus, you know? Like, I used to think that, oh, this scene is sus, this scene is sus. In general, some of the scenes that I mentioned were sus in one of my videos that ended up having 100,000 views. Like, that was like one of my most popular videos. Like, I wasn't expecting it to get that many views. And it was like from, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, 3 months ago. And to be honest, I was kind of disappointed not only at myself, but for the people who watched it and thought, oh, this is suspicious. Because, like, the thing is, I looked at a very bad way, you know? Like, it's kind of like dirty minded. Like, I am dirty minded myself, but I took it to like a whole new level. And to be honest, I apologize for that. I literally wrote a whole paragraph on why I hated myself for doing that. And for people who like literally sexual actors do R34, to be honest, you should just get out, okay? Like, see what you're doing wrong because nobody wants to see your bullshit, okay? Like, Murder Drones is a good show and you don't have to ruin it, especially not for the others who just want to enjoy it in peace. Like, I understand that there are very, very sweet people in the Murder Drones fandom, but I am aiming this to people who do the bad things in the Murder Drones fandom. I know that there are a lot of good theorists out there. I have seen amazing channels from Vanity Moth, Yagster, Unhelpful Commentary, and very small YouTube channels like Cody Fox. Oh my god, their content is so good. Like, when I mean so good, I mean amazing, to be honest. Like, their theories, their analysis, everything is like amazing. Okay? Like, there are YouTubers who just blow my mind. I'm like, wow, they deserve to be verified for God's sake. But like the others who do these disgusting shit, I'm sorry, but you need to look at yourself, okay? Because not only are you doing something bad towards the show, but you're ruining how people would see you in the future. Like, don't post shit that you know that you're gonna be in trouble in the future. Like, for example, if you die, are you gonna die as an imbecile, as how people see you? Or are you gonna die remembered knowing that people loved you? And even if you have content that is good and people don't really like your content or you got a lot of hate, that doesn't mean you're a bad person, okay? But I would rather die knowing that I won't do those kind of things anymore. Like, I won't sexualize characters anymore, and I won't look in a dirty minded way in every single scene like that, okay? Because yes, I did a lot of mistakes in my life, but I'll try not to do that. And you should too. For people who done this bullshit, you should stop. Because trust me, there's so much more to Murder Drones than just R34 and just looking at every scene in this way. It's a really good show, and it doesn't have to be ruined like this. Number 5, I already answered it. I don't really want to repeat it again. But these questions are some of these are really good questions, and I am ready to answer every single one of them. There's also another guy who asked who's my favorite character, but I already mentioned it's Anne, and I already mentioned Thad, Sin, Nori, and Doll, and everyone else. Next question is from my wannabe illegal child, Mac Blanco. Let me read your paragraph, you disobedient of a rat. Happy late New Year! Ah! Q&A thingy. How did you come up with your username? Mac Blanco, if you're listening to me, fuck you, bro. Do not ever ask my lore about my usernames. So basically, the reason why I chose your no-brained ice cream was because ever since as a kid to now, I always enjoyed ice creams. And I'm the type of person who generally doesn't have a brain, especially in tests and exams. Joke question. What's it like having no brain cells since because you're no-brained ice You know, when you have a good comeback, but you just don't want to say it because it makes you rethink your whole life decisions. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling like right now, and I'm not gonna say it because it feels offensive as hell. But you know what? I would have said it if YouTube wouldn't keep giving me warnings 24/7 on how they will suspend my rights for earning money. And sorry if I bring up the term money a lot. Which, by the way, YouTube still owes me my $70. I've been working my ass off for 5 months ever since I reached the cap. Anyways, next up, we got Small Fry. And the question is, if I do play video games, what games is it? So, as I said, I used to play video games a lot. But, you know, I really love Super Mario Odyssey. Till this day, I still love that game, by the way. Anyways, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe right now. Proud to find you. If you subscribe and turn on the notification bell, you will never miss out on any of my Murder Drones content I have, especially theories, breakdown and review videos, my fan-made trailers, and my character analysis videos. Partner, we'll see each other later. Bye!